Man, that sun is brutal. I woke up this morning, wanted to do some fishing, so I got up early before work. So I have a couple hours to, fish a little bit. I was wondering what I should do, so I went to everyone's favorite local tackle shop, Walmart. And I got some of the cheapest baits I could find. And I was gonna make this whole video about one specific bait, but it's not the cheapest anymore. Because a couple years ago, I remember the beetle spin being the cheapest bait. It was only like 80 cents for a beetle spin. But I guess inflation has hit the beetle spins. And so there's a couple more baits I found for cheaper now. But yeah, so today I'm gonna be fishing with the cheapest lures I could find at Walmart. And the first one, of course, will be the beetle spin. It's not as cheap as it used to be, but it's still only $1.18 a piece. So we got that in a plethora of different colors. We got green, we got like clear chartreuse, we got yellow. These ones are actually cheaper than the beetle spins. I found they have buzz baits now at Walmart. They sell these buzz baits, and they're not even packaged. They just have the piece of tape over the hooks, and they're only $1 a piece. So I got one of them because, I mean, that part, I forgot what that's called, the thing that buzzes in the water. It feels cheap, but I mean, if it works, it works. So yeah, we got a white buzz bait. We have a few of these. I do quite like these. I've used these before. Walmart sells spinner baits. They're the same thing where they just have the tape over the hook. They're not packaged, and they're selling for $1 a piece. So we got PB&J and chartreuse and like orange. So today my goal is to catch at least one fish on each of the cheap lures. So we're gonna get that started. We're in the kayak today at a pond in the middle of town. So I mean, we are in OKC metro area. There's cars everywhere. This pond's actually behind a 7-Eleven, so hopefully we can get a few. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna tie up, first thing I'm gonna tie up is gonna be a beetle spin. I'm gonna go with white, so I feel like that'll do some good in this area we're at. Oh, you gotta put these like together. You have to like assemble these. That's why they're cheap. I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Maybe. Oh, I got it. I assume that's it. I guess for my casting setup, I'm going to use white spinner bait. I like white a lot, so I think this pond will be a little bit clear. I don't know. So you know you're in a great pond when there's a piece of just drainage pipe in the middle of the water. That means there's giants in here, right? All right. I was fishing the other day and my quantum just like blew up. So I found this Black Max in the garage. That's what I'll be using today, but it may not sound that good. I apologize. many birds out here, holy crap. Probably hear them all. Oh. Just got attacked in the beetle spin. There we go. On the beetle spin. Just scared him in. Ha! Look at that. That is far from the giant we want. Look at that monster. The thing is like a solid 6-7 inches long. That's way more than 6. It's an average sized fish. But that's one of the beetle spin down. Just 2 more to go. That is far from the big one we want, but hey, it counts. It's going to take a very ambitious one to eat one of these, because these spinnerbaits only $1, but I mean they are pretty beefy. Cheap lures like this are what I use a lot, because you know, I don't want to go spend $6 on a booyah spinnerbait just to go lose in a tree, because I can lose this one in a tree just as fast and it's only $1. Not saying sometimes I don't use the expensive ones, but if I tend to lose them, then I'm not going to cry about these. Oh no. Okay, there's one over there. There we go. Haha, right at the kayak. That was right at the front of the kayak. Holy crap. Another dink. But hey, that one was on the spinnerbait. Another small one. Some I'd say is about 0.6 pounds. Nothing crazy. Cool. I don't have the buzzbait tied up yet, so I'm gonna throw the beetle spin for a little bit longer, because these fish are looking like they're pretty small. So I'm just gonna catch some numbers before I go to the buzzbait, just to, you know, catch some fish before I try to catch one on the top water. Well, heck yeah, we're 2 down. 2 out of 3 on the cheap lures. You can probably hear all the cars on the highway too, because I mean, we're not in the woods right now. This is 100% metro area. There's a 7-Eleven right over there. There we go. On the buzzbait, not the buzzbait, on the beetle spin. Feels a little better. Oh, would you look at that? That is a giant perch. Holy crap. Good Lord. Dude, that perch is huge. It's beautiful too. That's a pretty perch. Quick little guy. With this beetle spin, since it's like, I don't know why, I feel like they're having a hard time getting it in their mouth. So I'm like, because I'm getting a good hook set every time, but I'm having to let them eat it for a while. Yeah, you can probably see in the video the line twitching like crazy, but that's because I just was letting them eat it. There's so much life in this pond for being in the middle of the metro. I think that perch was bigger than both of the bass we've caught so far. Not complaining. That was a very pretty perch. 100,000 likes and we'll come hunt this pond in the middle of the city. No, I'm just kidding. Can't do that. That is, that's jail time for me if I were to do that. Oh, I got like a wind knot. The cool thing about these beetle spins is, if you wanted to, you could just take the spinner off and use this like a crappie jig or something, or just like a little perch jig. I just love throwing spinners. Spinners are my all-time favorite lures. There we go. Dude, all the bass in this pond are... Oh, well, there he goes. All the bass in this pond are so tiny. I wonder why that is. Because they are teeny. You can get out to like mostly any pond. Doesn't matter if you're in, you know, out in the boonies or in the city, wherever you're at. You can get out and actually catch fish pretty much wherever, as long as there's water and an ecosystem. This pond is literally like, there's a neighborhood right there. There's a 7-Eleven right there, and there's like a main road over to my left. Which, I mean, I would not eat any of the fish out of this pond at all. Pretty much never. I would never eat a fish out of this pond. But I mean, it's fun to get out here, and I mean, even if they're just dinks, just get out here before work and rip on a couple of small ones. There we go. Got one. On the beetle spin again. Another dink. I mean, this pond is just full of little tiny ones. A little fry. This could be eaten by another bass. It's so tiny. But I mean, hey, we're fishing, so. Ooh, he darted away. So this will now be known as Dink Pond. I think I've caught every fish I've caught has been like twins, because they are all the same size. Quadruplets. Ooh. I just knocked my rod in the water and about lost it. Holy crap, I just soaked my arm. That'll get you going. Holy crap, that scared me. My sleeve is soaked now. I had my rod sat right here next to me, and whenever I went to go paddle, I accidentally bumped it. Just went right over the edge. Alright, so while my reel dries out, I think it's time that we tie on that buzzbait and not lose my paddle while we do it. Okay. Let's see that action really quick. Not bad. I mean, it's a buzzbait. See how she works. It's a very quiet buzzbait. I have to like hold the reel straight up for it to come to the surface. Get up. There we go. I mean, so far I would recommend both the beetle spin and the $1 spinnerbait if you're looking for cheap lures. But so far with this buzzbait, I'm not impressed with the way like with the action of it, because it takes forever for it to reach the surface. Like if you have like a better buzzbait, you should just start reeling, it'll come right to the surface and just start planing across. But this one does not. This one wants to sink all the way down, and it is work to get it back up. Get up, get up. There we go. See, like I have to hold the rod tip like all the way up to even get it to even get close to the surface. It looks like a good buzzbait. I wish it was better. The next lure we'll tie on is the same spinnerbait, but we're gonna try PB&J and see if that produces any. Good Lord, I just got attacked. Hey, biggest one of the day. I just hit the shit out of my camera. He ate that on the drop. Biggest one of the day. Look at that giant one. It's got a red crush plate too. Whoa. 2 fighter jets just flew over me. That's cool. Success. That was a pretty solid pond. Really small, but I mean, bunch of dinks. But hey, that's fine. We got to catch fish this morning. Nailed it. In conclusion of today's video, you can go to Walmart and pick up some super inexpensive baits and still catch fish. They actually work pretty well. I mean, the buzz bait I was not impressed with. The buzz bait had not that good of an action, and it wouldn't get up on top of the water. You'd have to like really crank on it to get it to come up to the top of the water, and even whenever it came to the top, it was already close enough to where you are that you barely even got to fish it with the proper action. The buzz bait, I mean, that buzz bait works. Everyone knows that. They've been around forever. But the spinnerbait too, I was impressed with the spinnerbait. It worked very well. And I'll have to buy more just to be used, because it's the same size as like a good booyah or a strike king. And if I lose in a tree, guess what? I'm not going to cry about a Walmart spinnerbait. Now, one of them like $7, $9 booyahs, I'm gonna be hurting over that. That was a successful day of fishing. Thank you all for watching.